Hi everyone! Welcome to another Super Metroid Item Randomizer League Season 2 match. Today we have Derp versus Maisgueuh. This should be a very exciting match. Both of these players really seasoned, and both in my division. This is their Week 7 match. So we'll be seeing some Chozo logic. And they are about to get started. So we've been doing the Chozo logic for a couple weeks now. As you know, our first item will always be the morph ball. It's kind of boring, but that's the way it is. But the first missile item will be our next randomized item. Both players kind of doing just the basic things. We'll see what kind of ammo item they get down there. If they don't find power bombs or bombs, then we will have to see some sort of progression item at Bomb Chorizo. Derp is going to go ahead and check this room over here first. Find supers, and Maisgueuh also finds the first logical supers. So that would indicate to me that the Bomb Chorizo item is going to either be power bombs, speed booster, or screw attack. They need a way to get through the wall so they can get down to Terminator. Maisgueuh misses the deboost for the reserve tank, but I think it's a good idea to go ahead and skip that reserve tank if you don't get it on the first try. Not a big deal. Derp didn't pick up the reserve tank either. Both players have to go up the elevator. I can't see any meme route today without power bombs. Vanilla bombs are very nice to find. That or screw attack would open up the gauntlet check to them. And they will have to, if they get bombs or power bombs, remember to go back for the 230 missiles item, which is a Chozo location and could be a really good major item. Chozo locations are all of the Chozo statues in the game, plus the boss reward items, being the very suit location, right side supers in the wrecked ship, and the E-tank after Ridley. And it's speed booster. So they do not have a way to check the 230 missiles. They will have to go straight down to Terminator. They could technically get into Gauntlet, but that's difficult and no one wants to do that. Very nice short charge out of Derp there. And Maisgueuh will follow suit. First missiles there at Terminator. Nice to have for Fantoon, some missiles, but I think what these runners really want to see is some easily accessible power bombs. Maisgueuh with a nice spark there. Kill that first pirate. A little bit similar to, I think, what you do in Lower Norfair for the first set of key hunters. Some runners do it. And see what derp finds here at the Brinstar Reserve. Just missiles. So those are first Chozo missiles. I'm supposed to be keeping track of this. And more supers. So no sign of bombs yet. It's kind of the worst feeling in the world with these seeds when you can't find any either supers or any power bombs. It can get really annoying really quickly, especially if you have to backtrack to certain locations. Because without any kind of bombs, they also cannot check charge beam item. They can only check Spore Spawn by fighting Spore Spawn and hoping there's bombs behind there. So that's 2 more items that they may have to leave behind. Yeah, no power bombs here in Pink Brinstar either. Derp will have to move on. Maybe he'll get lucky and check this pipe item. And it's their first E-tank, which they both kind of need. They're both pretty low on health. Maisgueuh is really low on health. He can only take a hit. Derp's gonna make the up or down decision. Gonna go down. Makes sense not having power bombs. If he were to go up and there weren't power bombs at the Alpha PB's item, he would be stuck up there and have to go all the way back around. Oh, there they are. There's the power bombs. Derp could decide to go back through Brinstar and clean up the items that he had to skip. Maisgueuh also going down. And he'll be happy to see his power bombs early as well. And then hopefully they can start finding some items. I don't think Derp will check X-ray at this point. It's pretty dangerous. There are deboosts you can do, but with the spikes doing 60 damage, I wouldn't recommend it. He is actually going to head up to the Alpha PBs. And then possibly, if he wants, he can go wreck ship or he can loop all the way back around. Maisgueuh is continuing his way down. So we'll have some divergence here, which is pretty exciting. We can see whose call is going to pay off. Alright, that's the second Chozo missile. They're probably not very happy to see that. Maisgueuh here is going to pick up this E-tank and we'll be on to his first boss, Kraid. So the Chozo items, they hold 2 missile packs, 2 supers, 1 power bomb, 3 E-tanks, and 1 reserve, and then the rest of the items will be the fancy items, like your beams and your suits, and your movement items, all the good stuff. The stuff that you want to see. Alright, let's hope for a good grade for Maisgueuh. Very nicely done. Derp's gonna open that door and then maybe head to a vanilla Varia. That's pretty exciting. It's nice to have that early. And yeah, we don't want to speak too early, but if Derp doesn't find something equally good up here at the ship, that could pose a problem for him. Maisgueuh now has really easy access to Bubble Mountain and Croc checks. Checking this room nicely finds an E-tank. So almost all vanilla crate. Derp's health is very bad. It's gonna be even more bad. Okay, he didn't get hit by that guy, but yeah, his health's bad. His power bomb count is bad. I know Derp can do it. I believe he's a new route runner, but he can only take one hit before he dies. Fantoon and his flames will do 40 damage with no suits. Hopefully I'll get some good drops from the flames first. Ooh, and space jump for Maisgueuh. Best item in the game. I would be really happy to see that. They're kind of playing it safe, making Fantoon disappear there. Just to get him out of the way. He was kind of stuck in a bad position. Ooh, nice dodge there. Very nicely done. Fantoon is dead. I didn't think he was close to dead already, but Derp knows. Derp was counting. Very nice fight. Maisgueuh's gonna take a look around here at Bubble Mountain. The waivers are picking on him a little bit, though. X-ray scope for Maisgueuh, and just an E-tank for Derp there. And I feel like if the first item in the wreck ship is crap, the whole rest of the ship will also be crap. But let's hope that's not the case today for Derp. He's gonna take a save before going through Spiking of Death. Don't blame him there. For safety, and he can reset the room. Or not reset, but he can reset his game and not have to go back through the room. And using speed, he can run from those stairs and get good enough run speed that his jump height will get him up over that wall. Our second Chozo E-Tank is at Wave Beam. So we're close to clearing out the items that are no fun. And there's our third. 2 E-Tanks for derp. So nothing good is at bowling missiles. This is a good chunk of time waste for derp, unfortunately. I say something like, obviously gravity would be great, or ice or speed would also be great. Oh, they already have speed, never mind. Just gravity then. Charge beam even would be nice to see. Aw, just misses that jerk guy, but hits him with a missile. And Maisgueuh is keeping the Croc faith alive. Crocmire in the Chozo logic only has one major item location, and that's the grapple beam location. Derp needs power bombs, also, I should mention. And he's not getting them. He's getting a lot of supers. Croc is not being nice to Maisgueuh either. Derp is gonna want at least 2 power bombs. There's one. The drop rates for power bombs for all these enemies are not great. But I think using this room is the better idea just because there's more enemies in the room. But not having very good luck at all. Yeah, I really hope this item for derp is worth it. I don't recall what happened to all his power bombs. I feel like he got good power bomb drops from Vantoon, and he was full upon leaving. Oh, it's Vanilla Grapple Beam for Maisgueuh. That could indicate some I don't know, some Shatool action. But other than that, I don't think grapple was what Maisgueuh wanted. There's his second power bomb. Now he's good to go. Yeah, the shoots do drop power bombs, but I think it's only like a 4% chance, like all the other enemies too. Maisgueuh looks like he's trying to do something fancy. I'm not sure what that would be, but maybe gonna try to spark here. Oh, so close! And go up through the back to ice. Alright, derp, let's see what you got. Maisgueuh is really committed to this. Ooh, it's gravity! That is really good for derp. Because now, when he goes down, he'll for sure find Varia, and he can go right to Lower Norfair with... Oh, there you go, Maisgueuh. Oh, almost got all the way through. He doesn't have very good items for Lower Norfair. He would still want something like high jump or bombs. But he can get in to Lower Norfair, and that's all that matters. And he'll probably find his space jump on the way, so worst room in the game won't be a problem. He's got enough supers for Ridley now. In this logic, the wreck ship reserve tank item is not a major item anymore. So, well, there's a beam. All of you wanted a beam, you got one, and it's Spazer. Enjoy. Yeah, unless Maisgueuh finds high jump down here, he's not going to be able to go right to Lower Norfair. And that's generally the faster play, and derp is going to be able to do that. Pretty unfortunate. I'm guessing derp will probably find a beam up here at Gauntlet. Maisgueuh making his way back up. I imagine he'll check X-ray on his way. Or screw attack for derp. So they would have been able to get out of Gauntlet had they checked it. That'll be nice too for when he goes right to Lower Norfair. Yeah, screw attack early is extremely nice. You don't have to worry about much when you have it. Like Maisgueuh here would probably really like to have screw attack. Let's spring ball at the 230. We'll pick that up. Can't go wrong with spring ball. And plasma. Since he just found Spacer, it's only natural that you would find plasma immediately afterwards. So good for him. Derp is gonna clean up the rest of Brinstar, it looks like. He's got 2 items he can still check. Keep in mind, he doesn't know that Varia is at Varia. So I imagine that's what he's looking for. That and a good item to get him through worst room in the game. But once he heads down to Upper Norfair, he will find such items. Interesting that Maisgueuh is deciding to go wreck ship first, rather than clean up Brinstar. It's the right move. Well, waterway is not a major in Chozo logic either. So waterway is not a check he will make, probably. Right, there's our last super for the Chozos. The only not fun Chozo item we haven't seen yet is the reserve tank. Oh, there's Wave Beam. Ohio. Alright, with that collected, I assume Derp will be on his way to Kraid now and is gonna get his Varia suit. Meanwhile, Maisgueuh is gonna have a little easier of a time in Fantoon. In the wrecked ship, a little easier of a time than Derp had. We'll see if Maisgueuh can make up some time on him. And hopefully is able to get lucky with his power bomb. Much luckier than Derp was with his power bomb situations. Derp breaking the tube. And he'll be ready for Meridia once he comes back. Maisgueuh just missing that speedball to get into Fantoon. Fantoon only do 20 damage to him, so he's looking a lot healthier than Derp did. It's a nice early fast pattern. Yes, yeah, there was a reserve in the ceiling. And there's Varia for Derp. I'm sure he's pretty happy to see that. Yep, Derp pretty near go mode. I imagine he'll run into the space jump, making lower Norfair a breeze for him. It's possible that Maisgueuh never actually goes to Gauntlet and doesn't ever actually find Screw Attack. I think the only reason why he would go to Gauntlet is perhaps to look for charge. But his ammo at this point is actually pretty good, so he might not be banking on finding charge. They're gonna check the ice beam location first. Where he'll be met with Spazer, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I didn't even realize that he had skipped the Spazer location. I'm not terribly surprised that he skipped X-ray, but maybe he just... I don't know. Maybe he just forgot. Maisgueuh will find another E-tank, but hopefully he presses on and continues his trek in the wrecked ship. And then, once he finds his gravity, this race will be pretty close. Derp, to keep his lead, I think, should probably not check much else before lower Norfair. And if he wants to check the wave and speed booster items, maybe check them on the way out of lower Norfair. That would be a little bit faster. And I was gonna say, yep, he should refill his power bombs as well. Nice attic spark from Maisgueuh. Gets all the little enemies. And it looks like he is on the ammo hunt. Not wanting to find supers in the sky. Not an item you see very often checked in the randomizer. And gets his second set of power bombs. And very nice. Oh, so close. Almost very nice. Lava spark there. Yeah, those power bombs, I think Derp would have liked those. Derp is gonna check GT. He can get out of there nice and quickly. And he finds ice, which is a great item to have for Tourian at this point. That way he doesn't have to worry about finding another power bomb pack. Fortunately, I think before he realized he didn't have enough power bombs, he had already gone down into the pit and he wouldn't have been able to get back out. And Maisgueuh finds his gravity. So hopefully he beelines it to lower Norfair and finds a way to catch up to Derp, who is moving very quickly. Well, he was. There we go. Getting the idea that Maisgueuh is not going to be checking that many more majors. He knows charge. Hopefully he knows, but charge in the Chozo seeds cannot be behind Ridley. And he kind of has a whole host of checks that are still left out there. But I think having both of his suits now, he kind of wants to get moving. Yeah, derp is definitely in the lead at this point. And Maisgueuh won't have as quick of a lower Norfair from not having screw attack. Right, derp taking on Ridley. Gonna hit him with 30 supers. He'll be dead. Has to be a little careful with just 3 E-tanks, but derp's a pro, so he'll be okay. Very nice fight out of derp there. Nice and quick. See what he finds. Bombs. Bombs are nice. It's not really much that bombs will do for him at this point, though. But better be safe than sorry and pick them up. Does a quick little farm of the pirate before leaving, and Maisgueuh is gonna come down and high-five him pretty soon. Maybe? Well, no, probably not. No high-five, I don't think. Let's see if Maisgueuh actually checks the GT item and finds his ice beam. I feel like he won't. Yeah, he's not going to. Maisgueuh might be thinking that his opponent went wreck ship first and had a more linear path than he did, so might feel a little bit behind. That charge could be at Shack Tool, and that makes an ammo hunt for both of them. Unless they want to go to Shack Tool. Visit our little friend. He's probably lonely. Maisgueuh is even gonna check this miner. He has to be a little careful since he just has power bombs. He doesn't want to fall through the floor there, especially over some missiles. Yeah, he's okay. He's got it. He's got this. It's alright. They're finding more supers on the lower Norfair exit. Imagine Maisgueuh will run into those as well. There's still a good chunk of items that are in the way in Meridia. Like if they're hunting for ammo, they could definitely make the call to check Aqueduct. There's 2 items there since they have speed. Batoon E-Tank item and the Precious Missiles item are very on the way as well. So maybe they'll find some more supers in those spots. They're actually checking this room where there's 3 minor items. Not a bad call at all. And then it also picks up an extra E-Tank. It's 55.30 for each of them now. That's pretty close to the minimum. I think in general 40-60 is what you want for your minimum to get through Tourian and get through Mother Brain 1 and Mother Brain 2 with no charge. With that ammo count though, you do have to open up the doors and go back and refill. So if they can find more than 60 supers, I am sure they will take them. Yeah, I don't think either runner... Maisgueuh might do some of the easy ones, but I don't think either runner is going to be checking any more majors. Derp might check behind Dragon, because that's a pretty quick check, but other than their beam situations, they're pretty comfortable. And yeah, these Chozo Seeds, Croc becomes a very costly check, akin to the check of Shack Tool. If he doesn't have something you want, you just wasted quite a bit of time. Derp's gonna get these Main Street missiles, which are just Main Street power bombs. So that's not what he wanted. And nice really fight from Maisgueuh as well. Maisgueuh actually does not pick up the bomb. And if I were Derp, I would have probably checked Aqueduct. But maybe he will on the way out. Needs to be a little careful with Batoon here. He's got quite a bit extra ammo, but still, Batoon can be annoying with his hitbox. And it's easy to just run into Batoon thinking you don't have a problem and not realizing you don't have enough ammo. But Derp's a professional. He's got it. He's up to 40 missiles now, which is the magic number of missile count you want. But I'm sure he would love to see some supers. Maisgueuh needs to be careful. These pirates are gonna do 50 damage. And he's got 3 more pirates coming up. No, Maisgueuh did not take the bomb. Didn't want him, I guess. He's also been skipping quite a few missiles. While Derp is still picking up missiles. It's not very often you're on an ammo hunt in a Chozo Seed, because the Chozo Seeds are designed so that you can beat them by just going to all the Chozo locations. So oftentimes you'll see runners go to all or almost all 25 locations, and so they will find charge beam. Maisgueuh can only take one hit from a key hunter. Probably now he can't take any hits from a key hunter, so he has to be really careful in this room. And Dragon is down for derp. Luckily, Maisgueuh has plasma beam, so they don't take horribly long to kill, but with no other beam, they kind of do take long. And he's got it in the position where it could come down. High jump for derp. Nice quick check. High jump is probably worth it. It would actually save him some time by making his jump height a little nicer than it is with just speed booster. Looks like, yeah, charge can be at Shaktul or at Plasma at this point. I think those are our only 2 locations left. Does look like derp is on his way to hit up Aqueduct. Gonna do a really precise short charge here. Doesn't get it, so he'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Ooh, and it's just a reserve for the first item, and an E-Tank for the second item. Rip Aqueduct. Big debate. See what move he makes next. Crab supers. I didn't see what this item was. It's missiles. Still doesn't. I'm sure what happened with Maisgueuh there. It looked funny. Doesn't quite make up for his lack of that last super pack, though. He would still want some more. Although I'm really bad at the... Yeah, okay. I was gonna say I'm really bad at the counting for what you need for Tourian exactly. But I think since Derp's checking this and it's just a power bomb, he knows he doesn't have enough as well. Luckily for him, well, he doesn't know it, but his opponent is in pretty much the same boat. Maisgueuh does have 60 supers now. But he's gonna find the reserve in the E-Tank over here and be not happy, especially since he jumped into it. I'm sure he didn't mean to do that. Just an E-Tank up here as well. He does take this one. He could use anything. super would be great, but he's just not having any luck finding a super or a missile. He's actually gonna go all the way back to Gauntlet now. So we'll hope these two items in the back turn out better for him. Nice Batuna out of Maisgueuh. On his way to Dragon now. Derp can still afford to check a few other places if this doesn't turn out good for him. He's quite a bit ahead at this point. Oh, and he gets super and a missile. I'd probably pick up both if I were him. I still don't know if that would mean... I think you still will have to refill though at some point. But perhaps not. Maybe someone who's better at math can figure that out. Maisgueuh gonna take on Dragon, most likely with speed booster attacks. Probably his safest bet. This could be... This could be sub-hour for derp. It's gonna be pretty close, I think. And Maisgueuh will probably finish 4 to 5 minutes behind or so, not having Ice Beam like derp does. I did try getting a quick grapple there on Dragon, but he'll be able to get this top turret. Generally, all of Tourian takes about 7 to 8 minutes. So I think sometimes it's a little quicker than it seems. He's floating. Huh. Alright, we'll see how Derp handles his ammo here. He's got the eye door, and the door at the bottom, and then the glass to break. Yeah, if you pause while hitting the recharge station, you can unpause and you'll be able to move. So it makes it a little bit faster. Derp needs to be left with at least 6 missiles here. He's at 19, so 13 missile leeway, so 3 super leeway. Or 4 super leeway, if I'm not mistaken. So he's in a pretty good position. Missed one there. I think he might have missed one earlier too. But he is okay now. Once she starts catch-upping, I think at that point you only need 15 more supers. Oh, maybe he's not okay. Oh, it... Huh. That was scary. She didn't look like she wanted to die. Well, lucky for Derp. He made it. So I don't know that he took a save. He might have saved at the ship. But other than that, I don't recall if he did or not. Maisgueuh will be on his way to Tourian now. His Tourian will be a little slower. He's at 45, 60, so Maisgueuh will actually have to open some doors and go back and refill his missile. But it looks like he's gonna check Gauntlet too. And he might be kind of sad to see that Screw Attack is at Gauntlet. And he could have had it the whole time. He also... He wants to be careful using his power bombs here. Because when he gets down to Tourian, he needs 12 to kill the Metroids, and if he doesn't get drops, he'll have to come back up. So he should definitely pick up Screw Attack. Or hopefully he knows to farm up his PBs. There's 2 B-Toms there at the bottom of Gauntlet. I don't know if he... I don't think that's something that everyone would realize. Yeah, he otherwise doesn't need Screw Attack for anything now. But now his power bomb count is really bad, and if he doesn't know to kill these B-Toms, I mean, or go to the Kago and farm up, he's not gonna have a good time. Okay, he does know. So he's not getting very nice drops though, but he definitely should have picked up bombs maybe if he was gonna go to Gauntlet. But I'm sure at the time he wasn't thinking that. Got a few more there. There's another Kago in this room that he could farm up, but I guess he's just gonna reset the room. Meanwhile, Derp has finished in first place with a time of 58:33. Very clean sub-hour. Not quite as close as I thought it would be. Let's see if he's gonna come talk to us. Okay, now Maisgueuh has 12. So he is good to go. Has really good health, so doesn't have to worry too much about the Metroids eating him. He's gonna go ahead and group them all together and then start laying his power bombs. He needs 3 to kill them all. Yeah, the main difference is really Maisgueuh didn't really find anything of value in Bubble Mountain or at Croc, whereas derp luckily found gravity in the wreck ship. And then Maisgueuh ended up having to go through the entire wreck ship anyway as
Hello?
well.
Can you hear me?
Hi. Yes, hi.
Hello.
GG derp.
Thanks.
What did you think of that seed?
I made a pretty big risk, and it paid off, it looks like.
It did. Yeah, Maisgueuh went down first and couldn't find anything that was going to get him into lower Norfair, which is Varia. Basically, the difference was he ended up checking all of Bubble Mountain and Croc and not really finding anything. Still had to go on back to the wreck ship anyway. And at first, the wreck ship was looking pretty bleak for you. We were saying kind of gravity would be the only thing that would make it worth it for you, that or maybe charge. But yeah, it worked out for you.
Yeah, I guess so. There's definitely a very real world where gravity isn't there, and I just kind of lose. But, you know.
It's
So
definitely
where
possible.
was Charge Beam?
At Shektul.
Ah, I see.
I say that like I already knew that, but I just read that from the screen. Um, it could have either been at Shaktul or Plasma, and looks like that's where it was. We also wanted to mention to you in your powerbomb farming, there was power bombs there in the ground in the maze. So if you had checked that before going down into the pit, you wouldn't have had a farm.
Wait, there's power bombs where? In
In the ground or in the sky. Not
wait,
sky missiles, but the other missiles.
wait, did I like see them or?
No, you didn't see
No,
them.
you did.
But
You didn't. Maisgueuh picked them up, so that's how we knew that your farming was
yeah.
karma.
Yeah, Maisgueuh and picked him up because he at that point was committed to ammo as well. So neither of you got charged.
I figured. Dude, the last bit trying to find the last bit of ammo was super rough. I kept hitting power bombs and e-tanks. It's like this is
Yeah.
but it worked out, I suppose.
Yeah, you luckily had plenty of time to check minor items. Of course, you don't know that when you're racing, but it looks like Maisgueuh's got a
As soon as I found Varia, I actually figured I was in the lead because Maisgueuh would probably take that as a sign that he needed to go to Norfair, and especially if he found high jump, which obviously he did not because it was not in Norfair, but he would think that was the right play. But so me with gravity, I knew I was basically go mode at that point. I just needed ammo. So
Right.
I had already cleared the ship and he wouldn't go there for a while, potentially.
He did actually, once he cleared Norfair, he did actually go right for the ship. Like he never cleaned up Brinstar or Gauntlet or the 230 missiles, which I thought was interesting. But that being said, he ended up also without screw attack, and that really slowed down his lower Norfair.
Yeah.
And he also some bad luck. He tried going to Gauntlet before Tourian, but since he doesn't have ice, he ended up using all of his power bombs and had to farm power bomb as well before entering Tourian.
Oh, that's rough.
So you both had some marathon farming.
Yep. Luckily, I picked up enough ammo where I didn't need to go back and farm, and also picked up ice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you had a really nice amount of ammo. I wasn't sure if you would have had to go back and it looked really close at the end. It seemed like you shot Mother Brain with the exact amount. She didn't want to die. She didn't seem dead after your last super.
I think she was dead. She was just she just had to finish the attack. So I think I had plenty of leeway, but it just didn't look like it.
Yeah, I think I said you had like 3 supers and a missile leeway, but yeah, at the end it didn't look like she wanted to die. And
yeah, because I missed one super, so I still had 3 extra, and I shot them all. So she was very dead.
Very dead. Well, good. Yeah, happy to see that. Maisgueuh. Let's see. I don't know if he killed all the Zebs. He did. We'll see if he has enough, right? Yeah. And it's gonna be really annoying for him without Ice Beam because of the Rinkas. Let's see how much leeway he actually ends up with. So he's fine too. That's like 6 supers and 2 missiles leeway. But yeah, Derp, that was a very nice performance. I think you did everything right.
Well, I don't know if I did everything right, but I did good.
You did good. Alright. Maisgueuh has Brother Brain 2 down now as well. And he'll be ready to finish here soon. I've seen Maisgueuh play like this before where he bets on ammo and the Chozo Seeds, which I think is pretty interesting. I think pretty much if charge is at like Croc or at Shack Tool, that's gonna be the way a lot of runners do it. But most of the time in Chozo Seeds, you find charge somewhere.
Yeah, I think I kind of made a mistake checking or not checking speed and wave for charge, but
Yeah,
it worked out, I
could
guess.
be viewed that way. But yeah, it wasn't there, so. Yeah, our tracker is messing with the tracker.
All right,
Oh, by the way, thank you, Lenifus, for tracking.
I'm gonna go run some any %.
All right, Derp.
So
Have fun and GG.
here's where I definitely don't plug my stream for people who want to watch me run any %.
Yeah. All right, Derp. Have a good one. All right, and Maisgueuh finished with Mother Brain 3. Gonna be going on to the escape. I'm sure happy to finish. I think, yeah, this is his second race today. He might be all randoed out. I'd like to mention while he's in the escape, we have a couple more races today. One at 4 and one at 7 o'clock. That's don't know if there'll be a restream for either of those. The 7 o'clock is also our open race on Speed Gaming, and I think I was told it's on Speed Gaming 2 at 7. So the open race, even if you're not in the league, you can feel free to join us and race with us. It'll be, I think I heard it's going to be major minor seed with boss Rando. So if you're around, please race with us, or at least watch. We would love to have you there. All right. And Maisgueuh has finished with a time of 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 19 seconds. GG Maisgueuh. Not sure or not if we're going to be able to interview him. I'll have to get the okay from someone. As derp shows us how some of these rooms should be done. Yeah, that was a really great race. I think overall, only difference was the route divergence and Bubble Mountain and Croc not paying off with much of anything. Oh, okay, Maisgueuh will be here. If I can move him. Hi, Maisgueuh!
Hey, hi.
GG! Hey, how are you?
Fine. I'm tired. So,
Tired? Yeah, I bet you are. You've had a lot of work today.
Yeah. Yeah, you can say. How was that previous seed?
Yeah, I remember it. That was not fun. This seed was a little more fun, but didn't quite get the win. But still, you played really well.
Yeah, thank you. What's happened? Derp also is already gone.
Yep, Derp is
Okay.
left. He's doing some mini percent. But yeah,
Did he find charge or ice beam?
he found ice. Ice was at Screw Attack. He did not find charge either. Charge was at Shaktul.
Okay.
So I think neither of you were going there.
Yeah, I should check GT, but I was like, okay, only few ammo left for go mod, so just go straight and check.
I think you did the right thing by not. I think I probably would have done a similar thing. You were just unlucky that Bubble Mountain didn't really have anything for you.
Yep. Bad bet.
Yeah, you just never know. It's the way it goes sometimes. And Derp did go to the wrecked ship right when he found power bombs, and then was able to find his gravity.
So yeah, that's a better move.
Mhm.
I was not confident to go record ship with only one tank, I guess. I don't remember.
Oh
Was
yeah,
pretty
yeah,
low.
that was true. Yeah, Derp went into Fantune very low.
Two
You
should
might have,
okay.
yeah, I think at that point you only had one. You're right. But yeah, it's just the way the rando is, I guess. Sometimes it's not that you did anything wrong. It's just the items aren't where you go sometimes.
Yeah, Derp is a great runner.
Yes. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Both great runners.
I didn't realize it was on Speed Gaming 3. I wrote Randomizer
Oh.
League on my title.
Yeah. Yeah, you're the featured match.
That's alright.
But yeah. Anything else you'd like to say about the seed?
Nah, no, that's alright.
All right. Well,
Thank you for comment.
yeah, no problem. Thank you, and GG. Please follow our runners, TG Derp and Maisgueuh, and follow my tracker friend Lenifus. Thank you for tracking for me.
Huh? I wasn't following GG Derp.
I am not worthy.
And I hope you all can join us at 7 o'clock for the open race. And again, even if you're not in the league, feel free to race with us. That'll be on Speed Gaming 2 if you want to watch. And so I will probably see you all there at that time. Going to enjoy my Sunday a little bit. Not that Super Metroid's not enjoyable. I just had a rough day. But yeah, so I'll see you there. I'm going to sign off now. Everyone have a good day.
Goodbye.
Bye.